Welcome to the mix ratio construction training video, where we'll talk about concrete, grout, and mortar mixes. More information about this can be found in Section 5 of the Bridge Builder Manual. The recommended materials we'll be using are cement, sand, water, and gravel, as well as CMU or bricks for formwork, and stone. The tools should be a shovel, bucket, trowel, level, string, plumb bob, square, formwork, whether you're using wood formwork or stone formwork, and screens. During this process, you should be wearing gloves, glasses and safety vest, closed-toed shoes, and a hard hat, especially if lifting rocks above your head to set and mix. The construction steps for this process are to first create a level pad or a level surface. Then we'll mix dry aggregates until we have a nearly homogeneous mix. Then we'll form a volcano and pour water inside. After waiting 3 to 5 minutes to let the water sink in, we'll begin mixing in the volcano to an appropriate consistency, or we'll then transfer it to buckets or wheelbarrows, however the mix is getting transported. Having a level pad is important for 2 reasons. First, to have a level surface to be mixing on if water does escape the volcano, and also to make sure you're not getting any dirt from the ground in your mix. We are controlling what aggregates we're putting in the mix, and we don't want any dirt inside. After we have our level pad and we put our correct ratio of materials, which I will review at the end, depending if we're doing concrete, grout, or fill, then we're going to mix the dry aggregates together. This is usually done by shoveling the materials together to one side, forming a new pile, and then shoveling them back to the other side, forming a second pile. And finally, we want to form our volcano and pour water inside. When doing this, make sure to take caution for how much you fill the volcano up with, and then we'll wait 3 to 5 minutes and push the water into as far into the volcano as possible, as seen in the video here. Finally, we're going to mix the volcano to an appropriate consistency, adding water when necessary. And remember, more water is going to create a more workable mix, but we're going to be sacrificing strength.
Okay, so what we want to do is take some of the cement and sand mixture from the sides and move it in. You want to mix with the pickaxe, trying to preserve the volcano. We want the mix to be just on the edge of workability and not too watery, so we can scoop it out into the wheelbarrow and enter it into the foundation.
Don't forget, there is also a quality control form associated with each mix that you do. I like to use this as a log for the mix, as well as a way of keeping track of cement bags. It's alright if you can't fill out all the columns, like if you did a slump test or not, but make sure to keep track of the mix ratios, especially as you get later into your build, when things are moving quicker and maybe multiple things are happening at the same time. You want to make sure that everybody is on the same page with what mix should be used for what situation, which would be 1 to 2 to 3 of cement, sand, and gravel for concrete, which we'll use for our anchor and filling the tower. Anywhere from 1 to 3.5 or 1 to 5 cement to sand when doing the mortar for the masonry walls, and the same for the tier and ramp fill. And the amount of sand depends on the quality of the sand, whether it's coming from the river or being delivered. The grout for brick formwork will also use a 1 cement to 3 to 4 sand ratio, but make sure we're using fine sand for the brick formwork. As well as the tower saddle finish, we'll be using 1 cement to 4 sand, and this is a fine sand to give that nice finish look. And finally, thank you for watching. More information can be found in the Bridge Builder Manual and the Bridge EDU course.